Coming up on News Valdosta, a high-speed chase that ended in a wreck leads to a number of drug charges.
And find out about the new law affecting college students and bars that goes into effect on Friday.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Candy C. Adams.
And I'm Kiera Watson. A chase followed by a wreck resulted in an arrest in Lowndes County Monday night. Around 11:30 p.m. Friday, 39-year-old James Eldridge Scott was reportedly evading Cook County and Lowndes County deputies while traveling south on Interstate 75. Cook County deputies were notified that the car had been reported stolen in Atlanta. Deputies said Scott was weaving in and out of traffic when he lost control and crashed around the 19-mile marker. He was transported to South Georgia Medical Center for injuries. During a search of the vehicle, deputies said they located quantities of several different drugs. Scott has been charged with possession of marijuana, cocaine, alpha PVP, MDMA, methamphetamine, and theft by receiving stolen property.
The Valdosta Police Department will be holding an open testing session for anyone interested in becoming a part of their force. Here's News Valdosta reporter Victoria Dean with details.
The Valdosta Police Department has begun hiring for the January 2017 Police Academy. They are holding an open testing session for anyone interested in becoming a police officer with their agency. The testing session is scheduled for July 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and will be located in the City Hall Annex building located on 300 North Lee Street. Applicants must bring proper identification and $15 cash in order to take the test. The $15 cash is for a scoring fee. Testing will begin promptly at 9 a.m. so the police department stresses for everyone to be on time. For those interested in what the requirements are to become a part of the Valdosta Police Department, please visit the Valdosta Police Department's Facebook page for more details. And with News Valdosta, I'm Victoria Dean.
Starting Friday, people under the age of 21 will not be allowed to enter any bar in Georgia. This is part of Governor Nathan Deal's newly signed Michael's Law that implements several new regulations aimed at bars. The law is named after 18-year-old Georgia Southern University student Michael J. Gatto, who was beaten to death at a bar in 2014. The new law also requires that individuals aged 18 to 21 must have a guardian or spouse at least 21 years old to enter.
The Greater Lowndes Planning Commission has recommended property at 3320 Bemis Road to be rezoned for an educational recreation facility. The recommendation was made during the Commission's budget adopting meeting last night. The area is currently residential property and will be rezoned to become a commercial property. The Commission hopes to build a science facility there. The facility will focus on educational workshops and teach things like computer coding. This proposal was approved unanimously. Final approval may be made by the Lowndes County Board of Commissioners at a meeting scheduled on July 12th at 5:30 p.m.
When we return, we'll look at a warning to stay safe if you're going to the beach this summer.
And find out about classes offered to local seniors at the Valdosta Senior Center.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
The American dream need not forever be deferred.
This is the richest and the most powerful country.
Here, you will stretch your boundaries
and sharpen your vision. You will gain hands-on,
real-world experience that opens doors.
You will connect, discover,
and accelerate. You will be empowered to find your future.
I found mine as a commanding officer in the United States Marine Corps.
with a professor of communications.
The cardiac intensive care nurse.
I found mine as Georgia State Teacher of the Year.
VSU, over 100 majors, championship athletics, focused on your success.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Many Valdosta residents are enjoying their summer break by making a quick trip southwest to the Gulf. But you should be made aware of the high bacteria levels in the Gulf Coast. Swimming advisories have been put in place for several swimming locations, warning of higher than average amounts of dangerous bacteria. Side effects of the bacteria include rashes and possibly infections, so be sure to avoid cuts and skin breaks if you're planning to go into the water.
The Senior Strutters line dancers from the Valdosta Senior Center performed at Pruitt Healthcare in Valdosta last Wednesday. The center regularly offers line dance classes for its local seniors. Beginner line dance classes are held on Mondays from 1:30 to 2:45 p.m. at the Valdosta Senior Center.
Renovations are coming to the James H. Rainwater Conference Center. The upgrades were approved yesterday during a meeting of the Valdosta-Lowndes County Conference Center and Tourism Authority. Some of the renovations listed on the capital budget include automatic open doors, ceiling fans for the outside patio areas, and updating floors and walls in the building. The upgrades are expected to begin in 2017.
The Theater Guild of Valdosta is beginning to ramp up production for its latest season. News Valdosta reporter Evan Cockrum has more.
I'm at the Dosta Theater in downtown Valdosta, where it's beginning to kickstart into full production for its new and latest season coming soon. The Dosta Playhouse began as a movie theater when it was built in 1940 and continued to run movies until the mid-70s when it was then emptied out. In 1994, Theater Guild of Valdosta acquired the movie house and has been running live theatrical plays ever since.
The Theater Guild of Valdosta season runs from August to May. So we're getting ready to have auditions for our first production for our 2016-2017 season. Our season opens with the Southern comedy Steel Magnolias. So auditions for Steel Magnolias will be July the 6th and 7th, and the show will open for 7 performances over 2 weekends on August the 18th. We'll be producing 4 main stage shows this year, 2 children's productions, and 2 world premiere original Stage 2 productions. Stage 2 just means they're a little smaller show, but they're being written and conceived by people here in our organization. So we have a total of 8 shows for this season.
The heavy production schedule, scale, and funding for each of the elements of the Dosta Playhouse is helped and supported by the local Valdosta community.
Theater Guild of Valdosta is a non-profit, all-volunteer organization, and to help ends meet, we sell memberships and patron packages to the organization. And a membership gives you voting privileges on officers and play selection, and patron packages beginning at $100 give you a membership and free season passes to all of our shows. So by donating or buying a patron package, you help finance the organization and ensure its longevity. So you can visit our website at theaterguildvaldosta.com and find out all the information about how you can become part of the process.
For News Valdosta, I'm Evan Cockrum.
The Walmart on Norman Drive in Valdosta had a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Friday to celebrate its grand reopening. Earlier this year, Walmart began to renovate the store on Norman Drive as part of its normal maintenance schedule. The store received a new equipment, signs, and lighting. According to the press release from the City of Valdosta, Walmart hopes the renovations will lead to improved shopping experience and to also emphasize what the store has to offer.
The City of Valdosta is helping make the environment in our community a little greener. News Valdosta reporter Kaylin Goebel shows us how.
As waste continues to have a huge damaging impact on the environment, going green is one step many local Lowndes County citizens take to better the community here in Valdosta.
We provide recycle bins for the residential customers, and that's a part of their sanitation service. We pick up the recycling, their garbage, and yard trash. And we also have a program with VSU, where we work hand in hand with VSU. They have the recycling containers to collect the recycling. And then we actually have a staging area that we pick up the recyclables.
Recycling helps to decrease the amount of harmful waste that landfills produce. Valdosta Public Works is partnered with VSU for a program that places recycling containers around the campus. The City of Valdosta picks up VSU recyclables at a staging area on Tomb Street. The recyclables are then brought to the Public Works facility where it is sorted through and separated. But Going Green doesn't just stop with reducing, reusing, and recycling. The recyclables must also be sorted, separated, and packaged. VSU students and Valdosta residents are encouraged to volunteer to help the city prepare these items to be recycled. For more information on how you can help with recycling in Valdosta, contact the Public Works Department. With News Valdosta, I'm Kaylin Goebel.
We'll take another short break, and when we come back, we'll look at our local weather with Sierra Aldridge Moore.
We'll be right back.
Give up on sex, don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now it's time to turn to Sierra Aldridge Moore for a look at our local our local weather. Sierra, how's the forecast?
Thanks, guys. Well, Valdosta, it seems like the temperature has cooled down a bit. Today's high will be a nice 89 degrees with partly cloudy skies. There's a 40% chance of rain and scattered showers are expected, so keep an umbrella nearby just in case. Tonight's temperatures will drop down again to the cool 72 degrees. There's a 20% chance of rain with mostly cloudy skies, but don't let that stop you from an evening stroll. Tomorrow will be another warm yet partly cloudy day with a high of 88 degrees. There's a 60% chance of rain with scattered thunderstorms throughout the afternoon, so be prepared for a random shower here or there. The UV index is a 9 on a 10-point scale, which is high. So before heading out, be sure to protect your skin and eyes from sun damage by using sunscreen and UV blocking sunglasses. The pollen count is low today, so those allergy medicines can stay packed away. That's all for our forecast today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Sierra. When we come back, we're going to check in with Evan Cochran for our local sports report.
So stay with us.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back.
Now let's take a look at our local sports with sports anchor Evan Cockrum. Evan?
Valwood School sponsored the All Sports Camp this past Saturday. The camp was held by Adrian Peterson, who has visited Valdosta 3 times this year. The camp aims to include all types of athletes from ages 11 to 17. Peterson worked with the young athletes to drill practical activities important for all athletes. Pat Summitt, the winningest coach in Division I basketball history, has died at the age of 64. Pat Summitt's coaching career at the University of Tennessee spanned 38 years and encompassed 31 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances, 1,098 wins, 18 NCAA Final Four appearances, and 8 total NCAA championships until her retirement in 2012. The roster for the 2016 Summer Olympics basketball team was revealed this week. Notable exclusions include LeBron James and Stephen Curry. However, NBA stars Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony returned from their previous Olympic outings, and notable newcomers include Draymond Green and Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors, and Kyrie Irving of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The games will take place from August 6th to the 21st and be held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. LeBron James has elected to opt out of his player option with the Cleveland Cavaliers for the 2016-2017 season, says James's agent Rich Paul. James is slated to become a free agent for the 3rd straight summer on Friday. Despite opting out, James is still eligible to re-sign with the Cavaliers and says he has no intention of leaving Cleveland. In baseball news, the MLB is just 33 days away from its trade deadline. The Chicago Cubs remain as one of the front runners to win the World Series and continue to look to ways to improve. The key position the Cubs look to acquire is a left-handed reliever. Andrew Miller of the Yankees looks to be a key prospect for the upcoming trade deadline. Well, that's all I have for Sports Report. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Evan. After the break, we have news about a concert at Wild Adventures.
And VSU's Campus Activities Board is giving away free snow cones next week.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose
Division II.
Kids. We may never figure them out. But finding quality childcare doesn't have to be a mystery. Quality Rated Childcare is a tool that rates Georgia programs so you can feel more confident about your choice. Visit qualityrated.org.
And we're back with News Valdosta.
Wild Adventures has a concert planned for the up-and-coming July 4th weekend. Emerson Drive will be joined with Waterloo Revival to offer a night filled with country music. Emerson Drive is a 4-piece band from Canada that is touring across Canada and North America. Waterloo Revival is an Austin-based country band that is touring the South and Midwest to promote their music. Tickets are free for Wild Adventure admissions and season pass holders. Reserved seats are an additional cost. The concert is set this Saturday at 6:30 p.m.
Next Wednesday, Valdosta State University's Campus Activities Board will give out free snow cones to students. The event will take place in the Student Union Courtyard, which is between Odom Library and the Student Union. The event will last from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. As for the rest of July, CAB will host different events such as movie nights and a summer blowout.
Valdosta State University is undergoing a change in student leadership for this fall. News Valdosta reporter Adrian Scott has his report.
Valdosta State University is under new leadership, with Kelly Brown stepping in as the new interim president in place of the former interim president, Sizzle Staton. Alongside new administrative leadership, there's also a new face representing the student body. Maya Mapp is the newly elected Student Government Association president and has many plans this upcoming school year, mainly aimed to cater to the upcoming freshman class. Among these plans, the most notable issue she'd like to tackle is the school's retention rate. SGA presidents in the past have attempted to address this growing issue by molding a sense of pride within the student body. However, students still seem to feel the need to transfer to other schools due to what is perceived to be a lack of career opportunities within the Valdosta community.
Retention does seem to be one of our university's biggest problems, because we'll have freshmen come in and then they want to leave because they feel that they can get better opportunities elsewhere or at different universities. So SGA does definitely plan on working hand in hand with career services and just letting the students know that, hey, the opportunities are here. We just need you to take advantage of them.
Some students feel hopeful for the change that the new leaders could bring to the university.
I feel that having two ladies as leaders at Valdosta State is phenomenal. It speaks volume as how far we have came as a university and as a city too.
Only time will tell what type of impact these new leaders will have on the university. With News Valdosta, I'm Adrian Scott.
U.S. Press in Valdosta is celebrating Independence Day by giving out free patriotic signs to customers at local residents. The signs are of an image of the United States flag with the words, "God Bless America." This year marks the company's 35th anniversary as a color printer. Signs can be picked from now until the next Tuesday at the U.S. Press office located on James Rogers Drive in Industrial Park. Signs are limited to one per household.
That's it for our program today. Thank you for watching News Valdosta. I'm Kiara Watson.
And I'm Candace Adams. This is our final broadcast until the fall. We hope to see you then. Have a great summer.